Sup nerds, today we have Devas versus Bagra Army. Chris starts us off by hatching Mother, playing Loyalty Deeper Than the Sea for 1 memory, adding that dude to hand, putting the rest on top. Mel hatches that guy. Eva's in a Choo-Choo-Mon for 1 memory, and plays Mad Leomon Arm Mode, crossing for 4 memory. Chris promotes Mother. Plays the Sandaconda for 7, draws 1, and then plays that guy. Mel triggers Mad Leomon's effect, trashes a source to gain a memory and draw 2 cards. And draws for turn, promotes. Plays Yuamano for 3 memory. Swing on him, 2k, dies, draws 1, and then saves. Crosses Mad Leomon Arm Mode for 4. Looks like he evoed, but that's not what he did. Chris promotes, swings on him, 7k, it dies. On deletion, draws 1. Mel triggers Mad Leomon Arm Mode effect to trash the source to draw 2 cards and gain 1 memory. And then Chris swings with the Sandaconda for 7k. Survives. No 4 sovereigns in hand. Unfortunate. Alright. Chris plays that guy, draws, and then plays that dude. Antilamon in raising. Mel hatches. Triggers Yuamano, start a main phase, tucks to gain a memory. Then Eva's in a Soundbird Mon in raising. Plays Yuamano for 3, swing on him, 5k. Dies. Saves, and then gains 1, draws 1 from the Yuamano effect. Alright, Mel activates Calling from Darkness for 1 memory. Adds Bagramon and Mad Leomon Arm Mode to hand. Triggers Yuamano's effect. Tucks those 2, and then Digicrosses from hand for 4 memory total. And sets Chris to 1. Chris promotes. That guy does have blocker. Chris swings on him with Antilamon, triggers Alliance, 23k, 2 checks. Mel does block. He dies. On deletion, he gets to add 2 purple or black Digimon from trash to hand. Adds himself and Choo-Choo-Mon. And then end of attack, Antilamon recovers 1. Swing on him with Sandaconda, survives. Then plays Analog Youth for 2 memory. And chokes Mel to 1. Mel promotes, triggers Yuamano, tucks Choo-Choo to gain a memory. Still no 4 sovereigns in hand. Alright, Mel swings on him with Soundbird, triggers his effect, tucks Choo-Choo-Mon to draw 1, and then Yuamano triggers to draw 1, gain 1. He dies, and then draws 1 and saves himself. Yeah, what's a 4 sovereign? Alright, Mel triggers Yuamano, tucks 3 purple cards from sources, plays Bagramon for 8 memory, and tucks Antilamon underneath Mother, and then trashes a source to trash top card of Chris's security. And then Chris's turn at 5. Activates Analog Youth for 2, gets a Scourge on. Hey, it's a 4 sovereign. In fact, it's 2 of them. Adds the turtle. Evo's into the turtle for 3, suspends Bagra. Mel triggers the effect, trashes a source to trash top card of security, and then gains a memory. And then Mel's turn at 1. He cannot unsuspend from the turtle's effect. He hatches Demi-Marimon. Triggers Yuamano. Tucks 1 to gain a memory. Eva's in a Soundbird. Crosses Gumdramon for 2 memory. Triggers his effect. Tucks under U to draw 1, and then Yuamano gains 1, draws 1. Triggers Yuamano, suspends, tucks 1 source to reduce Evo cost by 1. Eva's in a Troopmon for 1 memory. And then Evo's into that guy for 4 memory. Triggers his effect. Tucks that guy to de-Evo the turtle. And then Chris loses 4 memory from Ace Overflow. So Mel maintains turn. Triggers other Yuamano's effect. Tucks 2 to reduce play cost, so plays Mad Leomon Arm Mode for 2 memory. Chris's turn at 2. Looks like we finally got Fang Longmon. Alright, Chris activates Holy Beast for 7 memory. Plays Fang Long, triggers Fang Long's effect. Tucks 4 to minus 16,000 on Mel's board. Everything's dead. Triggers save. It triggers Uomano. Gains 1, draws 1 memory. And then the Nightmon thingy triggers its effect. It gets to add 2 purple or black cards. He adds Bagramon and Chuchumon to hand. And Mel's turn at 6. Promotes. Triggers Uomano. Tucks Chuchumon to gain a memory. Plays Uomano for 3. Swing on him. Triggers Soundbird effect. Tucks Damimon to draw 1. And then Uomano gains 1, draws 1. Chris blocks. Soundbird triggers Demimare. Draws 1, trashes 1. Then he saves. And then gains 1, draws 1 from Uomano. Triggers both Uomanos at the same time. Tucks 4 cards. And Digicrosses from hand. Plays Darkness Bagra for 5 memory. Deletes the cat thingy. And then tucks 5 sources from trash. That thing is super tall. How unfortunate that it's not bigger than 16,000 DP though. Alright, and then Mel crosses Madlium on arm mode for 2 memory. Alright, so Chris swings on him with Fang Long, triggers Fang Long's effect. Bot decks all of those to minus 16,000 DP on Mel's board. Mel saves the arm mode, gains 1, draws 1 from Uomano. Everything else just disappears. 1 check at 15,000 DP. Survives. And then plays that guy for 7, draws 1, and plays that guy in raising. And then Mel's turn at 7, hatches. Triggers Uomano, tucks 1 to gain a memory. Eva's in a Soundbird and raising. Triggers one of the Uomanos. Plays Bagramon for 10, tucks the Sandaconda underneath Mother, and then trashes a source to trash top card of security. Chris's turn at 2, he promotes. Swing on him, triggers Fang Long. Bot decks 3, minuses 12k, and then swings for game. So Devas does take game 1. By the way, if you guys enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. And if you're interested in the Devas deck profile, link will be in the pinned comment below. Mel starts us off game 2, hatches. Eva's in a Soundbird. And plays Uomano for 3. Chris's turn. Plays that guy for 7, draws 1, and then plays Sandaconda in raising. Mel promotes. Swing on him. Triggers Soundbird, tucks, and then draws a card, and then gains 1, draws 1 from Uomano. And Chris blasts Evos into a Zulong, bounces Soundbird back to hand. Get out of here. And Chris finally has 4 Sovereigns in his hand this game, so this should go a lot differently. There's definitely a sense of inevitability with the Devas deck. Fang Long's pretty nasty once he hits the board. Mel plays that guy for 4 memory. Triggers Uomano and crosses to play Mad Leomon arm mode for 2 memory. Chucks Chris to 1. Chris plays Loyalty for 1 memory. Adds Antilomon, top decks the rest. Attempts to swing for 2 checks at 12,000 DP. Mel blocks, saves, and then gains 1 memory and draws a card from Uomano. And then his turn at 1. He hatches. Eva's in a Soundbird. Attempts to swing security for 4,000 DP. Checks an Analog Youth. That's pretty good for Chris. And he adds the cat to hand. Alright, Mel triggers Uomano. Plays Mad Leomon for 3 memory. Chris's turn at 2. Attempts to swing security. 2 checks, 12k. Survives. Plays the cat for 7, draws 1, triggers its effect, plays Antilomon and raising. Mel triggers Mad Leomon, trashes his source to gain a memory, and then Chris has to discard 1 card, which is actually beneficial for him. So it just speeds up his deck if he gets the trash cards from his hand willingly. So Mel promotes. Triggers Uomano. Tucks to gain a memory. Attempts to swing for 4K. Chris Blast Evos into the chicken. Blows up Skull Nightmon. Skull Nightmon effect. Plays Uomano for free and then saves itself. And then gains memory and draws a card from Uomano. Then Chris blocks the attack. And Mel saves it. Mel attempts to swing security. Triggers Soundbirdmon to tuck and then draw a card. And then one check at 1000 DP. I'm actually surprised here because Chris has Mega Gargomon in his hand. I'm surprised he doesn't Blast Evo on top of the cat and then unsuspend and then block the Soundbird. And he can also stun the double Uomanos. But whatever. One check at 1000 DP. Checks Holy Beast. Goes to Chris's hand. Maybe Chris just wants to get the recovery off the Antilamon swing that he's coming on his next turn. Still, it's a free Evo though. And it can swing twice on his turn. Triggers the purple Uomano effect. Tucks 3. And Digicrosses from hand. Darkness Bagra. 7 memory. Blows up the cat. If he blows up the chicken or Zulong, it'll just blow up the Darkness Bagra. So he's kind of screwed there. And then he tucks a bunch of dudes from trash. Tall stack. And then Mel just passes. Chris promotes. Eventually his Zulong will unsuspend. This sounds like a job for Fanglongmon. Alright, Chris Holy Beast for 8 memory. Plays Fanglong. Triggers Fanglong's on play. Bot decks 4, minus a 16,000 DP. Mel draws one and then saves the Soundbird and then triggers Uomano to gain 1 and draw a card. And then Mel's turn at 6. Draws for turn and hatches. Triggers Uomano, tucks 1 to gain a memory. Yeah, this is not looking good for Mel. That is Giga Lethal on Chris's field. Mel plays Chuchumon for 4, triggers his effect. Scourges top 4. Adds Chuchumon. Evos into Chuchumon and Raising. And Evos into Armed Mode for 2. Mel is clearly digging for something. I'm curious what it is. I guess another Darkness Bagra. Alright, Mel triggers Purple Uomano. Tucks 3 cards. Hard plays Darkness Bagra for 10 memory. Blows up the chicken. Ace Overflow triggers, and the chicken also kills Darkness Bagra. And then Chris's turn at 5. And he draws for turn. Chris swings with Antilamon, triggers Alliance. 20,000 DP, 2 checks. Survives. End of attack, he will recover. There we go. And then Fang trashes top and attempts to swing for game. Chris got a little lazy here. He should have triggered the Fanglong effect to minus 8k on Mel's board to clear that body. Mel Blast Evos into Mitosmon Ace, triggers his effect. Plays Gumdramon, triggers Gumdramon effect. Tucks to draw 1, and then Mel gains a memory, draws a card from Uomano, and then Mel blocks. Ace Overflow triggers, he loses 3 memory. But Chris Evos into a Zulong for 3 memory, bounces the Gumdra, unsuspends, and then swings for game. So Devas does take the match 2-0, but I appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy seeing this kind of content. Want to come back for more. But until next time, see ya.